This is my video for the week of February 8th to February 14th. I just didn't have time this week, and I've been working on this, and so we're going to talk about it. I have a NASCAR Predictor, and I've taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of work to get here. I have scraped every race in the next Gen 7 era, and I have every result of every race from the 2022 Daytona 500 to 5,368 entries later. The championship race that was in November, where Kyle Larson won the championship, finished third. Ryan Blaney won that race, as we can see here. I have it organized a bunch of different ways. Travis Pastrana with the, averages 11 every race. That's crazy. Probably because he ran one race and finished 11th. But that's, regardless of that, Chase Elliott. We have all this organized by that. We have all the 2022 results, 23, 24. Here's a list of all races. That this part's messed up, but that doesn't matter. Here it is organized in different ways. We have driver stats, track stats. 63 unique drivers at Daytona since 2022. Impressive. This is just the raw data. And so I made this NASCAR predictor. So let's go ahead, run our predictor, take a look at it. And this is the first model I have. I have two models. One is available to the public. This one is just on my computer right now. Let's go ahead and run it. Python predict _with_lists.py. And here it goes. It takes a minute to think. It's doing a lot of computing around here. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it does a really good job. It uses a lot of historical data to help us predict where we think everyone's going to finish. Here we go. All right, so let's take a look here. The training win model is 96.74% accurate. All three models have been trained. It does a win percentage, a top 5 percentage, and a top 10 percentage. The Daytona 500 just got over. I was gonna try and put this out before that. I just didn't have time. So we're gonna go ahead and predict the winner of next week's race at Echo Park Speedway. So we're gonna type in number 10 here from the from our track list, and we have all these different lists. Full-time 2026, so every full-time driver, playoff contenders, top contenders, Hendrick Gibbs, Penske 2311. My favorites, that doesn't matter. That was a test. Then we have super speedway favorites, road course favorites, short track favorites, restrictor plate, Martinsville, Bristol. 14, I can't enter a specific amount of drivers, and 15 doesn't work right. So we're just going to use number 1, and it finds all the drivers in this list. Now, there are 4 drivers who haven't raced at Echo Park in the Cup Series, like Connor Zilic, for example, so they get skipped. We'll go ahead and just do the default 10, and it says we have a Denny Hamlin with a 35.3% chance to win, 57% chance at a top 5, and a 67.3% chance at a top 10. Chase Elliott, who won the Atlanta race in the summer this last year, has a 13.1% chance to win, 36.6% chance at top 5, and a 61.6% chance at a top 10. We can also go ahead and it'll give us a full look at every driver in the field. If we look here, All 32 drivers that have raced in the Cup Series at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta. I'm pretty happy with this. I think it does a really good job. It uses a lot of historical data, and I can't be too upset with it. I think we'll see. I do plan on continuing to add the results of every race in to help it train better. But for right now, I think it's in a pretty good place. I think Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson, Byron Blaney, and Chase Elliott are great top 6. Christopher Bell. Ty Gibbs at 8 might be a little high, but we'll see. It is a super speedway technically. We can also go ahead and we can do a back test of the predictor. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Python space back test underscore predictor dot UI. Oops, got to throw a space in there. We can go ahead and do a back test. This one takes a second. Oh, here we go. Let's go ahead. It takes a while to do a full back test. You know what? We'll do a full back test. And I'll just edit it out. Here we go. Doing the full back test. I'll come back when it's all loaded and we can look at the results there. Alright. So, we have the finished product here. I can save the results to a CSV, but I'm not going to do that because we're just talking about this. So, these are the race-by-race results. We get a lot of information out of this. Let's see. Backtest complete. So, it predicted the winner correctly 31.6% of the time, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's pretty good. So what this does is the program makes its percentages, or its picks for any given race that it backtested, and then compares it with the results. So it picked the winner of the race 36 times, actual winner in the top 3 66 out of 144 times, so 58%. Actual winner in the top 5 76%, and the actual winner in the top 10 at 90.4%. Which, compared to just randomly guessing, I think is pretty good percentages, and it'll just get better the more information we give it. So here's our, let's see. So it picked 2 out of 3 winners at Circuit of the Americas correctly, 0-7 at Daytona and Talladega, which I think is fair because it's a super speedway. Also 0 out of 3 at Homestead. You'd think it would have learned to just pick Kyle Larson eventually, but I guess not. 4 for 7 at Phoenix and Bristol, 3 for 7 at Martinsville, 3 for 7 at Las Vegas, 3 for 7 at Charlotte. So the best predicted races were the Kansas Speedway this last year. It had 5 for 5 in the top 5 and 7 out of 10 in the top 10. Martinsville, 4 out of 5 in the top 5, 7 out of 10 in the top 10, and the winner correct. Same with Phoenix of 2024. Circuit of the Americas 2024 got the winner, 4 out of 5, 6 in the top 10. Martinsville, 4 out of 5 in the top 5, 5 out of 5 in the top 10, and got the winner correct. It's not very good at the super speedways. You can only give it so much, right? And here's a complete list of all the tracks. Every check mark is a win that I predicted right. The first column is, well, so we have predicted winners, actual winners. Top 5, the same as above, how many out of the top 5 were right. Top 10, how many out of the top 10 were right, and if it got the winner or not. We're not going to go through every one because it's 114 races. We're not going to spend that much time. But like we said, for comparison, to get a random winner correct is about 2.7%. That's just random. Of course, you can make an educated guess that's slightly better. top 5 overlap, top 10 overlap. But I think a 31.6, almost 1 out of 3 races, it picks the correct winner. I think that's a pretty good percentage, and it's only going to get better, I believe. It averages half of the top 10 correct, and just under half of the top 5 correct. And 76% of the time, the winner is in the top 5. And as we saw up here, 90%, I believe. Let's see, 90.4%. The actual winner was in the predicted top 10. So I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to the next model that is available to the public and go from there. The next model I have is publicly available at morgantsquires.wixsite.com/morgan-squires/NASCAR power ranking/power-rankings-and-race predictor. If this eventually ever blows up, I'll probably make a more concise way to type that in, but I don't expect it to anytime soon. So this is a power rankings based system. Kyle Larson 95, Byron 91, Hamlin 90, Bell 89, Tyler Reddick, congratulations winning on the 500. Your super speedway stats about to go up. 89, 88 for Chase Elliott, and so on. Shane Van Gisbergen's score is greatly increased because he has a 99 in road course. But it is what it is. I actually think his oval skills have gotten a lot better, and I'm sure he'll earn that 85 eventually. And so we can see everyone gets assigned a power ranking. Cody Ware with the 50 and 36 spot. Go Cody. So we're scrolling back up to the top. We can also look at super speedway rankings. Blaney, Logano, Ford's on top, of course. Ford's kill at super speedways. Except for today, they all kind of wrecked out. That's fine. Intermediates, Kyle Larson on top. William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin. Short tracks. I think these are fair. Ryan Blaney could almost use a better short track rating based off his Martinsville, but he has been killing Martinsville lately. Road courses, Shane Van Gisbergen. The algorithm gave Chase Elliott a 93. He hasn't won a road course since the next-gen car came out, but I'm not going to mess with the algorithm. I think it does a very good job. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get to the predictor last. We can compare up to 5 drivers. So if I want to look at old-timers like Busch, Hamlin, you can see they're pretty similar. Denny Hamlin has the advantage on short tracks. Kyle, well, everywhere. But say we want to throw... Where is Keselowski? Let's throw Keselowski in. Oh, he has a slight advantage over Kyle Busch at the super speedways. And he has the least advantage at short tracks. Go ahead and throw Logano in there. Big advantage at super speedways. Third in short tracks. And who else has been racing forever? Let's go Michael McDowell. All right, 4th at short tracks and pretty much everywhere. He might need an increase in road. He did win the Indy road course last. He's 3rd in super speedways. He is a Daytona 500 winner. Or if we want to compare, let's go Larson, Byron, Elliott, and Bowman. Where is Bowman? There he is. All right, so Alex Bowman he's the 4th Hendrick driver, let's be honest. And, you know, he kind of shows. Chase Elliott in blue, best of the road course racers. He is 3rd on the short tracks, intermediates, super speedways. Everyone's pretty even on super speedways. I don't think anyone would argue Kyle Larson's the best intermediate track right now. He wins everything except for road courses. What if we wanted to do, let's do Gibbs, Hamlin, Bell. We'll throw 2311 in there too. Well, we won't because we can only do 5 people. And Briscoe. Go down here so we can see Denny Hamlin has the advantage in overall super speedway and intermediate. He's tied with Bell on intermediates, and Bell has the advantage at short tracks and road courses. And I think, honestly, that's pretty accurate. The trends, let's track Kyle Larson. I lied. I need to enter 2 races. So we can't compare trends yet. After I'm done recording this, I'm going to go ahead and enter in the Daytona 500 results, which goes to the database. Everything is ran through, and it updates the power rankings. And it's a live, living power rankings that gets updated every week. Season stats, there's no season data yet. The predictor. So let's go ahead. Let's go here and predict Atlanta. 1.54 miles, super speedway, 260 laps. Let's generate a prediction. So Blaney, Larson, Logano, Byron Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric. And this goes off of win percentage, which I think is a fair way for it to go ahead and calculate these. And then, but it also gives us the top 5 and top 10. Which I think it does a pretty good job. Did I just see Jimmy Johnson in this? Or did I just misread something? I think I misread something. I swear I read Jimmy Johnson. I was like, that should not be in here. And so it'll predict Cody Ware finishing last, which he probably won't do because someone will wreck out. But he has the lowest win percentage. So I'm pretty happy with how this went in. I'll show you how I can... I enter my password. I log in. I enter the race name, Daytona 500. Track type, super speedway, 200 laps. Chase Elliott got 4th. Tyler Reddick finished 1st. I go in, I enter all this. I do their start positions also, laps led, and stage points. What I'll do is I'll go ahead, cut out, add everyone into this, and then we can take a look at how the power rankings adjust. Alright, so I just added in all the Daytona 500 results. We still have Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick jumps up to 4th, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch jumps over SVG, and then Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, Dinger, Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Connor Zillage, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Eric Jones, Michael McDowell, Josh Berry, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Daniel Suarez, Ryan Preece, Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek, Carson Hocevar, Noah Gragson, Zane Smith, Riley Herbst, Austin Dillon, Todd Gilliland, Ty Dillon, and Cody Ware. Cody Ware dropped below 50. Rip. But as we can see, it works. It updated the power rankings. It'll just get more accurate the more races I add into it. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to see how these programs work, see how accurate they can be. And yeah, very excited to see where it goes in the future. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content or my racing content, please be sure to like and subscribe. It means the most. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video. I'm pretty excited about this project. I hope you guys are too. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.